This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let me start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Having said that, man, we have been celebrating the Distinguished Authors Guild for the past 2 weeks. All right, this is the final day. Well, it's the final day for us to do it here, but you can celebrate it continuously. The show is on November the 10th. It's at Theater 47, and man, it's going to be a great event. And it's something for you authors, people that are out there writing, and I hope it inspires others to do the same thing too. What's up, Gene?
Hey. Man, this has been so much fun. I have been enjoying the last 2 weeks. It has been fantastic to get to know the authors, to hear their journeys, how they fell down and picked themselves back up. It is amazing.
I was just giving you some background music. You already know how I do. What up, Mo?
What's going on, man? You in uniform, Mo?
Yeah. Slid in here real quick so I can get on with y'all.
It's all
good. I'm glad you can make
it. Well, tonight we got a bunch of artists that are going to come on and just show you guys and tell you guys their journey, number one. And number two, they're going to inspire you with their stories. So, Gina, let's get
I'm inspired. Our first author is a first-time D.A.G nominee, and her name is Natasha Cook. The name of her book is Friends Before Enemies.
Let's go.
Welcome,
what's
Natasha?
up?
Hey.
Yeah, I got a hat with that on it. Good vibes.
Oh, yes, good vibes only.
Good vibes. And then, but isn't that Friends Before Enemies, though? How we got good vibes?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have another first-time D.A.G nominee for her book, Determined to Win, Cynthia Bramlett.
Let's go.
Hey.
Yes. Hey there, Cynthia.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Determined to Win. I love that title. I love that. That means don't give up.
Praise God.
Ever.
Yes. And some of you may know the next author that's coming on because he's been here before. Not only has he been here before, but he has won in 2023. He won for the D.A.G Award for his first book. And now he has the second book. We talking about B.G. Howard with his book, Family Ties 2.
Yeah, man.
He said,
how are you doing?
Once is not enough. Once is not enough.
Right.
Welcome aboard. You're no stranger to Dope Living.
Well, I thank you for having me. I really do.
Oh, always a pleasure. And last but not least, we have another awesome author, Patricia Wallace, for her book, Christopher's Timeout. And I can't get that book wrong. Christopher's Time Out. So Christopher had more than one time out because I want to say time out, but it's an S on the end.
No,
so
definitely an S on the end. Plural.
The baby.
Welcome to all
Christopher in trouble. You need to wear his butt out.
He D.
Welcome. We welcome all you guys to the show. Okay. Shout out D Starks. This show comes on after this, actually. Terry Griffin,
Yes,
thank you guys
D.
for
Hey
tuning
there,
in.
D.
Hey man,
Yes.
before we get started, Gina, I gotta tell people, look, I'm serious, y'all. I know y'all not used to me doing this, all right, but I'm gonna say this right off the bat first, and I'll say it in between the show as well. Saturday's my birthday. Saturday, all right. Now I'm saying that as a prelude. I really don't care, all right, but
Yeah.
the Distinguished Authors Guild is giving scholarship. They've been doing that for the existence of the Distinguished Authors Guild to freshman college students who are coming in, and this is just to help them with some things to that they need, you know, some incidentals that they need for their career in college. All right, and it's a scholarship that she gets together, and you know, I want everybody to go to this Cash App, $5, you know. With that dollar, I don't care, okay, but we want to give everything in the of my birthday, of course, but I want to give every single penny goes to the scholarship for that deserving kid, okay? So go there, do your thing, make sure, you know, if you can. I'm not begging nobody for no money, but this is for a deserving student, all right? And Gina, I'm happy that I can do that.
I appreciate you, bro. Yes, we do give scholarships to freshmen, college students in the writing field. We have been blessed to give one scholarship every year, with the exception of last year. We were not able to give any scholarships. We just had a lot of hiccups and a lot of downfalls as we went through 2023. But God said he's going to change that this year. We're going to be able to bless a couple of students with the scholarship. And $500 may not seem like a lot, but it does help. When I was in college, I wish I had $500. Sometimes you have to choose between toothpaste and lunch, you know. So that scholarship may help them with, like Greg said, incidentals. It may help them pay for their lunch meal ticket. It may even go towards some of the scholarship that the tuition that they're paying. So every little bit helps when you're in college, because you heard starving students. That's what we are. That's what we were. And so we pride ourselves in giving out these scholarships every year. And we pray this year we'll be able to give out at least one or two. But we have these beautiful, awesome authors on here tonight.
Yeah,
and
man.
We want to learn about their journeys and why they chose to write, because that is not an easy task. It may look like it when you're holding that book and you're reading it and it's sounding good, and you're laying in the bed with your glass of wine and you're reading this good book. You don't see what they go through. You don't see, you know, all of the journey and all of the obstacles that they have to face. So we're going to let them talk about it. And we're going to start off with BG. BG, tell us your journey again. We already know you had one award-winning book. Now you're going for two. What made you push to do a second book?
Well, to be very honest with you, I had no intention of writing a book, first of all. And then it was more of a therapeutic journey than anything else. I had an accident. We won't even go into that. But I had an accident, and I underwent, I think it was about 8 or 10 years of rehabilitative therapy. And during that process, I just needed to get outside my head. So I sat at the computer one day, and this idea came into my mind, and I pushed it out, dismissed it for a couple of months. And I just, I got tired of the idea. It aggravated me. And so I opened the Word document, literally opened the Word document, and just started typing. And the first novel, the one that won the award last year for Best Fiction, Family Ties. Actually, last year's was a revised edition, Family Ties, Thicker Than Blood. When I submitted the manuscript, we were in Massachusetts, and my wife, we got bored. We were supposed to be there for 2 weeks, and we ended up there for 2 months. And Sandra came to me and she says, "I'm bored." So I gave her a copy of the manuscript to a flash drive. She comes back a few days later. She goes, "Babe, you got to do something with this." I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You can write." So we came back home in June, I think, of 2016, And between June and December, I added another 7 chapters to the book. And when I submitted, when I submitted it to the first editor, her first comment was, "Wow, that's a long book." And I didn't know because I had never written a book. I had no intention of writing a book, and I found out the average word count for a fiction novel was between 80 and 100,000 words. Mine actually had 174,000.
Damn.
Wow.
So
that is a lot.
She was like, "You're gonna have to either edit a lot of it out or make it 2 books." So that's where it originated. So the first one, Family Ties Thicker Than Blood, I launched that one in 2020, but I didn't research. I didn't know what I was doing, so I had to go back and research how to write a novel, and that's what produced what resulted with the revised edition, which came out 2 years later in 2022. And the revised edition, again, was the one that won the award last year. And after I published the revised edition, there's another whole book. So by default, part 2. And so that one I finished some rewrite and editing on that one. So the revised edition helps part 2 line up with the original. And
awesome.
The part 2, Family Ties 2, Blood Covenant, was just the second half of the manuscript.
Well, we're going to see this year if part 2 is just as good as part 1. We'll know, because if it is, you may be the award-winning author in that category.
Let's go.
I hope
yes.
so. That is my prayer.
Well, I know, Cynthia, you have your book out for the first time. How does it feel to be an author?
Oh, it feels great because now I was able to put down all those things that were bothering me and holding me back on paper. So I was freed, able to get up and do the things that I needed to do.
Okay. And what were those things?
Well, sometimes you look at yourself. I always do myself like I when I was growing up, I was self-loathing. I didn't like myself. I didn't believe anything good would ever come of me because I had a problem. I started gaining weight at a very young age, and I had people picking at me in school, out of school, and even family. And I just, it was so hard on me. And I didn't tell anybody my secret. I didn't tell them that I couldn't read. I didn't tell them that I was having a hard time reading. But I thought I was just dumb, and I was hearing my older sisters see them passing books back and forth. And my sister, that's a couple of years older than me, we drive down the street. My mother drive. She read off all the signs, and it looked like Spanish to me. I didn't tell anybody, so I just talked to God about it. Mom said that if something is going on with you and you really need someone, she said just talk to Jesus like he's really there. And I was so glad to find out he really is there.
Wow.
And so I remember sitting in the closet with tears coming under my chin. And the older I got, the bigger I got. I started gaining weight at like 4. And when I got to 12, I was wearing a woman 16. When I got to 16, I was wearing a woman 24. And then I ended up being, makes long story short, I ended up wearing a 32. And then God blessed me. I got really sick. But see, that's what God does. He does things. You think sometimes that the whole world is just stressing you. But that's when God is stretching you. I had to get somewhere.
Say that.
Glory, hallelujah. I had to get somewhere. And so I didn't know that's the route he would take me. And so after I got so sick, because I kept saying I was going to get this weight loss, the bariatric, but I wouldn't do it. I looked at like 4 years, but then when I got so I couldn't breathe, I couldn't move. Hardly, I had to get it to save my life. I got it. And I came down. I told my sister and my daughter, I said, I'm dying. I said, I'm going to go and get the operation. So there's more than one reason to get it, not just to lose weight, but to save your life. And
Save
so
your
I got it.
life.
And they took me down to 224. And then I went back up to 283. And I'm like, God didn't bless me to do it. So I came down from I was 347 and a half pounds. And so it took me down to
I can't
222. I went
tell.
back up. I went back up to 283, and I came from 283 down to 173 on my own. Just me and God.
Wow. That's a
Hallelujah.
story to tell. Oh my gosh.
So
I mean, that's where the title comes from, determined to win, because you were determined and you won. You won, sister.
in everything in my life, because that's what the reading, the reading, not being able to read played the biggest part. So now I'm not under that. I'm not under arrest. I'm not. I'm less free, set free now, and I don't have to worry about that anymore. In fact, God changed some things around, and those people that were talking about me now, most of them are smaller than they are, and it's
You
not
should
a
talk
funny
about
thing.
them now. You should talk about them.
You know
Give me,
what? She
look,
already
hey,
is. When she
give
walked
me their
past, she
numbers.
saying, nah, 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 nah,
No,
nah.
I did not.
Give me their numbers.
No, I
I'm
did
gonna
not.
throw a
I
hat at you.
actually called something. Say, this is what I did. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, so I found out I was not dumb because I thought I was dumb. But it was that I could not concentrate in school because I couldn't understand how you make a word. I didn't know what vowels and how syllables, no matter how they tried to teach me. So I said, okay, God, I want to be educated. I want to know something. I want to be able to read. Because in my world, it was real small. When you can't read, you don't see in living color. And so I didn't know what to do, but I told God I wanted to go to college. And my my high school counselor laughed at me. And he was right. I couldn't go to California and be an actress because my mom was on aid. And she couldn't afford me to go to California. But look what God did. He got me into college with a ninth grade reading score. And I couldn't do very well by myself. It was just God and that big dictionary, the Webster dictionary, because I didn't have a computer. And I told God I'll fake it until I make it. And I did just that. I graduated from Columbia College with a B. Then I became a Sunday school teacher because God taught me to read through the Bible after college. That's when I really started learning to read after college. So I became a Sunday school teacher, and then they had the Sunday school teacher class, and I became valedictorian. And then later on, God said, go back. 25 years later, He sent me back to Trinity International University, and I obtained a master's degree in urban ministry and Christian studies, and I graduated cum laude in both. That's what God will do.
Now that is a true success story. That is a true success story. And you know
All of
what?
this,
You look at people and you see what they're going
and she
through,
couldn't
but you
be still
don't
saying,
really know what they're going through.
You never know.
You froze up, bro. What did you say?
I said, and I froze up on purpose. I said, I said, she couldn't read, and look at that. She graduated summa cum laude. Come on, man. That is what we're talking about. Okay, that is how God works. Okay, and yes, Pastor, I do know God.
And He knows you too.
He had to get that out there, y'all. He had to get that out there. He like, God, I know you. I know it for real, God. I know you.
Yeah. You gotta do it like this. I know you too, Greg.
But if you
Natasha,
believe, then that's what determination comes from. I was determined to be educated. I had to read. It was in me. Like all these people can do that. It couldn't be that hard. And so it took me a long time. But that's how I know delay is not a denial. Look at God.
Go ahead.
There you go. Natasha, you're working on a few things, but I know this book is near and dear to you. Tell us a little bit about this book, because the title really intrigues me. And the fact that instead of her saying before, B-E-F-O-R-E, she has the letter B and the number 4. That's what really caught my attention. I don't know if that was intentional, but it really did. Tell us a little bit about your book.
It wasn't intentional. Friends Before Enemies is basically about friendship. Who is about So it's about love. It's about who you trust. It's a little bit of everything. And I started writing this book. It actually came to me in a dream. My dream is said chapter one. So I had to dream more than once. So I just started writing. Nights when I couldn't sleep, I'll be up writing all hours of the night. And Friends Before Enemies was published. So,
How long did it take you to write it?
it took me no more than about 7 months. It took me about 7 months to write. I was also writing, waiting for my daughter to dance in the car, everywhere. I write.
Okay, we have a little stall with your sound for some reason. I'm not sure if you need to get a little bit closer to the router. Yeah, we having a little. Maybe it's just me. It might just be me.
No, I can hear it too. I heard it too.
Okay, maybe it's just on my end then. All right. So yeah, Friends. Now there's something else you're working on with like 100,000 other authors.
No.
What's that?
Oh, the book. Sorry. We have another book coming out in October. It's called Purpose. Oh my God, I really did real blank. I do apologize. Oh my God, what is the turning your pain into purpose? That's it's coming. It's an inspirational book, just telling just what I went through on my journey. Right.
So that'll be the second. That'll be the second book.
The second book, yes. And I'm
so she on a roll, y'all. She on a roll.
Also,
hey,
writing
no,
a second to my Friends Before Enemies. So that's coming soon too.
Okay, she is on a roll. Nice job, nice job. Now, Patricia, you have a children's book. So, you know, I love the children's writers because I have children's books. So tell us about Christopher's Timeouts with the S on the end.
All righty. So, first of all, good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and to share my book, Christopher's Timeouts, plural, because there was definitely more than one. And the book is about a second grader named Christopher Coleman, who seems to be making it his life's work to be the class clown in school. So instead of using the good sense that he knows he was born with, Christopher loves doing things like being disruptive in class, especially when the teacher's teaching. So while she's doing her job, which is teaching, he's not doing his job, which is to behave properly, to learn, and to listen to what she has to say to the class. So instead, Christopher thinks it's hilarious to make fart noises to distract the other kids, getting them to laugh. And he loves to fall out of his chair. Anything that will get giggles and laughs from his peers, he's down for it. So that's the basis of his activities during this time frame in second grade. So he finally learns, though, that if he does not use the good sense he was born with, that someone could get hurt. And then that's not funny anymore. And so Christopher realizes this through his dreams, where his dinosaur toys in real life, his Stegosaurus, his T-Rex, his Triceratops, they become his imaginary dreams who behave recklessly in the forest. They're running through, they're knocking down trees, they're smashing bushes, they're throwing caution to the wind, and they're along with the good sense that they have, that they think they have. So in Christopher's dream, one of his dinosaur friends suffers a concussion and he ends up in the dino hospital as a result. So this finally opens up Christopher's eyes, both subconsciously and literally, as he realizes that harmful behavior could be the way that could happen if he keeps on with this senseless clowning around. So he learns his lesson and is able to move forward finally.
Oh my God. Are you
Well,
a teacher?
dang.
I'm laughing because I majored in English, and that was one of the things people asked me, like, what are you going to do? You're going to teach, right? So no, I didn't go into teaching right away, but I was a substitute teacher for 9 years. And it was during that time, not only my son's antics, because it's based on my son, Jordan Christopher Wallace, and his antics when he was in kindergarten. I was a sub for K through 5. And yeah, there was a lot of playfulness that went on. There were a lot of similar activities. So needless to say, I had plenty of material to draw from. And then I was also working with the children's ministry at my church when my kids were growing up, from pre-K to 3rd grade. And so again, plenty of material to draw from. So
I could tell.
I know exactly.
Hear her? She rolled those dinosaurs' names off like they weren't nothing.
I know exactly what you're talking about, Miss Wallace, because my son's name is Jordan as well, and he wanted to be funny like his daddy in class, and so I had the opportunity to be involved in his education a lot. So I would see him firsthand, you know. But the good part about all of that was it gave me material that I could do a show on. You got material that you could do a book on. So hey, we got a lot in common, girl.
All right. I like that. And so also when I was a sub, it was at my kid's school. So now when Jordan was in kindergarten, I was not subbing then. I came along when he was older in 4th grade. By then, thankfully, you know, his dream took into effect in real life. And so he wasn't, you know, concerned about doing that anymore. But yeah, it was a lot of up close and personal to see how they act and the things that they clown around about and what makes them tick when they're among their peers. So it's a lighthearted way to tell a lesson about good behavior in a way that I feel that kids can resonate with and can use it to help themselves.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there's some people that don't even understand that. You know, the little things are I guess they're looking for attention. I guess these kids sometimes. Okay, but it's a good thing that your Jordan, you know, he made the little fart noises or whatever. Okay, because my Jordan, Jordan would just go ahead on and fart. Okay, I mean for real.
He did the real fart.
Let me tell you how it started. It started with that whoopee cushion for Christmas. That whoopee cushion she got him for Christmas. It started, so he took it to school and he's sitting there, shooting it off.
Well, you know what? Kids are the funniest, though. Oh my gosh! Even when they're mischievous, they make you laugh.
Yes, yes.
And my son's probably watching right now.
Yeah, he's gonna get you, Dad. You know he don't like you telling his secrets when he's young.
Well, I warned my son, so he knows. He's listening in, but he knew it was coming, so he's good.
Oh, Jordan clapped. He clapped.
There he is. There he is.
Oh yes. See, there he is.
You're telling your secrets, Jordan.
He knew it. He was one of my first beta readers, so he knew from the beginning. So he's had a long time to protest if he wanted to. So
there you go. There you go. Shout out to you, Jordan.
You have 2 books now. What's your intentions in the future? Do you plan on stopping at all? Do you have a certain number in mind?
Oh my gosh. To be honest with you, I don't have enough time. That's my problem. I've got literally scripted storylines for 22 other books.
Jesus Lord.
22?
And these are not just thoughts of maybe I'll write a book. These are like scripted storylines, character names, details of the novels. So my
busy for the next 22 years.
Well, Tina, average of 2 years.
Your hands are gonna be like this. Pencil's just gonna.
Well, thankfully, I just got another computer yesterday, and that's why you can see me. But I have a problem, and one of the reasons why it takes me so long, because the accident, and I don't like to blame things on the accident, but it's the truth. I broke every major bone in my body, and I underwent 10 years of rehabilitative therapy. So even now, the inside joke is it takes me an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes. But it's okay to laugh. It's supposed to be funny. But
we can't laugh at that.
I laughed and it was funny.
If I didn't laugh at me, I'd be in tears all the time. So it doesn't bother me. I mean, I've gotten 20 plus years. It's my doctors told me that I will be in a state of perpetual recovery for the rest of my life. So writing is my escape. And right now, this is my actually 3 novels manifested from that first manuscript. I've got 2 other manuscripts in which I've been working, and I'm about 90% complete with one, probably about 40% complete the other. And right now, I'm putting those on hold because I'm actually working on an author writing program. So within the next year or so, that should be ready to roll out. But I have people come to ask me, especially after I have to say, the D.A.G award last year did a lot for getting me noticed. So I have people who are coming to me. yes, exactly, Mr. Gray. But I have people coming to me, asking me for advice, instruction on how to write. And the title, I'm like, they ask me, well, how did you write the book? And my response is, I didn't write the book. The book wrote itself. I just happened to be there to take notes. So they're like, well, how do you get started? And I'm like, just write. So that's literally the title of the name of my author writing program is called Just Write. Because,
nice.
Because the thing is, when I went back to research how to write a novel, everything I found said that you start out with the end in mind.
Yep.
You have to outline the characters. You detail the synopsis. And I'm like, well, you got to have the book written before you even start.
Right.
That's why in this country alone, I think it's something like 83% of people desire to write a novel. But of that number, only about 3% ever get started.
Wow.
Here's part of that 3% right here on this panel.
Yes.
Well, and the thing about it, like I said, I have to purposely set aside a time that I do nothing. I don't answer my phone. I don't go out. I don't do anything. I just write. So ergo the title, just write. So hopefully,
I like that title. That's very catchy. I really like that.
It is.
Natasha, tell me what other projects besides writing are you working on? Because authors don't just write. We do everything. We do more than write books.
Yes, we did. Right now, a lot of stuff at church. I do take dance class, work like majority of us. That's about it. If I'm not in here writing, if I'm not doing that, I'm in here writing.
So you've made writing a career.
She said writing.
I pretty much.
She's from New York.
Are you from New York?
No, I'm actually from Maryland.
Oh, you close enough. Close enough. Right. Yeah, that's around the corner. You got the New York slang.
Because I didn't hear her say it all. She said writing.
Well, don't have her say coffee, because then we'll know she's close to New York.
Or Carl.
Coffee.
Or Carl.
A lot of people don't think writing can be a career. As a matter of fact, I think everybody on the panel said, I never grew up thinking I'm going to be an author or I'm going to be a writer. I think everybody just fell into it. So you kind of showing them, you are not kind of, but you're showing them an example that writing can be a career.
Yeah.
How do you think your book has impacted people? Do you think it has made an impact on people, whether it's to humor them, to entertain them? What kind of impact has your book made?
I had a lot of people that up to me told me that they can actually relate to the book, because in the book it also talks about molestation. It also talks about friendship, someone portraying, or just in general. I've a lot of people come up to me and say, "Oh, this book was really good."
Okay.
Good to hear somebody. You did
awesome
with right.
Well, that's what our main goal, to entertain and, have people pick up your book and not put it back down until they get to the last page. I've read books. I picked up books and I started reading and got done. They were so good, I got done with it in a day. Everything else had to wait. Just wait. I'm reading my book.
Yes.
So
come to me and told me that I read my book and just couldn't put it.
So look, right. I got a question for you guys, all right? And I didn't ask this for the past 2 weeks for everybody that's been on, but I got to ask you guys, because this is the last day. You're writing, and I think I've asked BG before, but you guys are writing these books, and you're writing it with the purpose to entertain us and to take us out of the humdrum life. But have you guys ever thought about taking your movies and making them into film? What the hell are you laughing at?
I'm laughing. I'm going to tell you. Can I go first? I'm telling you because yes. My son, who inspired the book, he's a filmmaker, and we've talked about what we could do visually for Christopher's Timeouts, because he's so colorful. The visuals of the book, and then his antics are so colorful and over the top that to be able to do it in that format would be quite tremendous. And so that's why I was laughing, because yes, definitely, that's
I would love to cooperate with him. I'm a filmmaker as well, so I would love to cooperate with him. Let's get it out. Let's do it.
Yeah,
the rest of you guys, I'm sorry.
It's good to meet you.
Oh my gosh, y'all!
I mean, I need you in the picture.
It grows. It's like the gremlins. It grows and multiplies. Cynthia, I'm curious to know how your family, your close friends, how did they react with the book, especially not knowing that you couldn't read?
Well, when I don't think that a lot of them probably don't believe me, because I have someone tell me, even my childhood friend, we've been knowing each other a long time. I'm not telling you how old I am. Anyway, and she told me, we were in school and everything, and she didn't see how in high school I would always make sure I didn't read aloud. It would be some reason, if it's close to getting to me, I get up and go to the washroom or something like that, and then maybe I'm going long enough that maybe she won't remember to call me. But she said, I didn't know you couldn't read. She told me that. But I was thinking about what the filmmaker said up there in the corner. He said, he said that we write these books to entertain, and I have to say, this one was not written to entertain. This is an inspirational, motivational book, because I had to figure out who I was, and a lot of people are still searching, and so you have to know your worth. And so you know, light and darkness can't exist at the same time.
Say
And
that.
then so you have to choose light, and fear and faith cannot coexist. So
Say
you
that.
have to get over the fear and let your faith take you. You have to be aware of who's in your camp and that no negativity is allowed because we all strive in
Don't play with her.
positivity. You know,
Don't
and
play with
so
her.
yeah, it's just that, you know, all these things I had to learn because I never saw me. I saw me the way people said I was, and I didn't like me. I wanted to be invisible.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I see me the way God sees me. And that's what people have to do. They have to go into the word of God and see what God says about you. You're
But
wonderfully
you know,
beautifully
Cynthia,
made.
it's a lot of people. It's hard for them to come out of that. It's hard for them to get past it. You know,
Yes,
it
but you
sounds real
know,
easy.
it's like you were asking the other panel. Well, I was at a singing engagement. I was on the I was on the I was on the what do you call it, the list, and she seen my name, and I didn't know this woman, and she started shouting my name. Who is Cynthia Bramlett? Who is Cynthia? She didn't care. It was a lot of people there. I didn't know whether I should answer or not, and so she kept coming toward me, and I just raised my hand. She came over and she told me, she said, "I got your book," and she showed me pictures in her phone. She said, "Reading your book helped me make it through this
Wow.
time." And so I knew then that
Wow.
because God had done it. Because when I was writing the book, God was doing, you know, I was just doing he was dictating. I was writing and tears falling on the inside, you know, falling down in the pages. But I knew, and I didn't know the end. That's one thing about this, but you can't know how God was going to end it because you have to free yourself up and let God use you. And so it is going to help a lot of people. People come back that bought it and told me, I really like the book because it really did a lot of good in my life. And I like it. And you know, I like that because that's the reason why the book was written, you
But
know,
look
to
at
help
this though.
people.
But look at this.
That's a testimony.
Yes.
Now you are nominated for a Distinguished Author Guild Award. And so
I
here's the beautiful
know.
part about this whole thing.
Yes.
Here's the beautiful
Again,
part about all of this is that
can I
you
say,
don't
look at God?
you don't know though. You don't see this type of a forum for
No.
artists. They don't celebrate art. They celebrate these actors and actresses and musicians and this and that. Who's
Music,
celebrating the
yeah.
artists? Okay, we needed
Films.
this. We needed this. Why? That's why I jumped on board. Number one, because I love Gina. But number two,
Yes.
the first time I saw it and I saw the reaction from the authors, I saw how some cried, some were so
Man,
overjoyed. Some had the
wasn't a
Holy
dry
Ghost in
eye
them.
in the room.
They were doing flips down the aisle to come and get the award.
Man,
It was
and he is
crazy,
not
man.
exaggerating.
I'm serious. We've had
That show is so
that's why I
amazing.
love it.
It's almost like you're taken out of your body.
Exactly.
Oh, glory.
It really is. I mean, just even being in the room gives you that feeling. I mean, your heart is just so, it's just so tight watching
You're
them.
everywhere where you weren't before.
Oh my
You
gosh.
are someplace else when you go into that room, all right? And then you get a chance to network with all of these amazing authors, and you're sharing ideas and you're sharing stories and this is why, you know, every year I Gina, you got whatever you want because it's time. Because I was pressing her. I said, Gina, when are you going to have these authors on? Okay, because it's November's coming.
He was trying to get you guys back in July.
Yeah. I know one thing. I'm so grateful.
Yes.
I'm grateful for all of you all. And Gina, I thank God for giving you the vision. And you know, what you were saying, I have so much work to do. I talked to Dr. Carol, I was telling her about it. I have a book of poems, I have short stories, I have other books that I've written that have never been copywritten. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff on the burner. And now I can see it's possible. I wrote those things, and now I got to go back and blow the dust off of them, and and let
That's
God,
right.
let God do it.
That's right.
And so
You
one
may
man
be
did
in DG's next class or Natalie's next class. I mean, I mean,
Absolutely,
and even
absolutely.
just look what blossoms just from the book. I think,
Yes.
Natasha, you were you in Natalie's class?
I was.
That's what I thought. And
Hmm.
see, she
Yes.
helped her, and your book was full of dust, right? Tell us a little bit about that process, because you invested in yourself as well.
Who are you speaking to?
Natasha.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's it. I'm a self-published author.
Yes.
Hey Gina, let me break for a second, okay? Again, we want everybody to know that we're talking to some amazing people. The Distinguished Authors Guild is coming up November the 10th. We want everybody to show up and show out, okay? It's just going to be a wealth of happiness up in the room, okay? So everybody come through.
And
We're talking.
information.
We're talking to some of the nominees for the book, for the awards. I'm sorry. Everybody's not going, and I got to say this one more thing. Everybody's not going to win, all right? But it doesn't make a difference because you won once you walk through that door. You're a winner. Once you walk through that door, you are a winner, okay? Because there's people there that you have not seen before, people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. And hell, I'm famous, so you'll see me.
I just can't wait. I can't wait.
I'm just saying.
Gosh, y'all ignore him, please.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
I have one more question, and then we'll go around the room because I know it's getting close to time for closing out. But I'm just curious.
Take your time.
Yes.
Take your time. Take your time.
Patricia, I know there has to be more books coming out. It has to be.
Yes, most definitely. First and foremost, Christopher's not done. He's not done. You know what I mean? This was just the groundwork. Christopher has expressed when he was growing up that he wanted a brother and a sister and a puppy and a dog. And, he had all of these different ideas for aspirations that he had. So I'm definitely going to explore some other things, see what he gets into next. He's learned this one lesson and he's learned it very well, but he's work in progress. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. You already asked for a Zoom.
That's why I asked, because I feel like it should be.
Definitely. So stay tuned.
Hey man, how come that thing keep coming up over there on my side? All I do is
I see it. What is it? It looked like a light.
I don't know.
It's a thumbs up. If you're on your iPhone and you do like that, the emoji will come up.
I don't want to look. If I'm gonna do it, I do it with the real fit thumb. I don't want that other stuff up there. Anyway, go ahead, Gina. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. Go ahead. We're gonna go around the room now, bro. I'm handing you the torch.
Man. So look, again, it's a shame that we only have an hour to do this. Jordan, what's going on, brother? But we invite you guys again to the Distinguished Authors Guild, November the 10th. It's going to be great. It's Theater 47, and where is it? Park Forest.
Park Forest, Illinois.
Park Forest, Illinois, and man, it's going to be an auspicious occasion. So everybody come through, okay? Thank you.
I like that word, auspicious.
Auspicious, okay. See, it comes through different when you got crooked teeth, okay. You can't say it right now. Hey, look, I've had this grill even when I was on television back in the day, so I ain't changing it until they start dropping. Anyway, anytime you guys want to come back to the show and tell your individual stories with more time, we welcome you back and come through, hang out. This platform is your platform. We want to encourage you to just tell your story. BG knows. He knows the routine. All right. But before
we'll be back with all the award winners after the award show. So some of you may be back again in November.
Yep. But before we go, we always like to go around the room, let everybody say their final words, some words of wisdom, or whatever you want to say. Talk about your book, do whatever. All right. We're gonna start with you, Patricia.
Oh, well, I would say this is what I tell people who come up to me and ask me, you know, what got me started, or what inspired me to do it. And I would just tell them, if you're compelled to do it, you already have that inspiration from the inside. So if you're compelled to write it, there are people who will be compelled to read it, because your audience is out there waiting for you. And so I'm also thankful for my parents, the late David and Ernestine Verser, who always encouraged me in my endeavor as a writer. Even before I knew that it was in the foreground, they were encouraging me in the background, calling me their writer as I was growing up. So I'm thankful for that. And yes, very much so.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. BG, what you got, bro?
Well, again, I appreciate the platform, and my writing has been more of a, like I said before, is more therapeutic than anything else. My my psychiatrist says I spend too much time inside my own head. But the first book, well, this is the revised edition of the first book, Family Ties Thicker Than Blood, and the follow-up, Family Ties Blood Covenant.
Okay.
They're available, of course, on Amazon, and also my website, author.bghoward.com. And just keep looking for more. Like I said, I'm just trying to find time to get them all done.
My man. And you know, I got to say this too, BG. Again, before we couldn't get you quite, you were blurry. The words weren't coming out, this and that, man. Gina, that's a handsome guy, man.
Man, he fixed that. He fixed that. He fixed that problem.
No, that's mama's and daddy's fault.
Sandra did that.
I did want to say one more thing. I'm thankful for Miss Gina and Miss Carolyn, Dr. Carolyn, for all the work that they have done.
Oh yes.
Thank you for Mr. I'm sorry, I'm from Southeast Georgia, so it's got to be Mr. But Mr. Gray.
Oh no.
Oh yes, Mr. Gray. We appreciate so much. Okay, not Mr. Gray. Mr.
No,
Gray.
I just don't like I don't like the claps for Greg. But go ahead. Do your thing.
Okay, well, it's Mr. Something, but we appreciate so much the platform, because you know, as you all said previously, the actors, even the writers and the directors are celebrated. But where does the material originate? From the authors. And you know, the authors are the least celebrated of all the quote unquote artists, and it's a viable, needed platform. So we thank you. We thank you very much.
We appreciate you guys.
Yes,
Miss
very
Bramlett.
much. Yes.
Pastor Bramlett.
Yes, I just wanted to say, is Greg okay? Is Greg all right? I can say Greg.
You can say.
I just appreciate you all. I appreciate you, Greg, and Gina and Mo, and all the other authors that we're talking to. My book is Determined to Win. Most of my work is I really don't do fiction right now, except for when I'm doing my plays, and I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to Greg helping me with my plays, put it on stage and on the film. And so you can find my book. You can buy my book at CFB Victory Shop .square.site. So enjoy. And I'm hoping that it will help you the way it helped me, because I was delivered from so many things.
Awesome.
Very inspirational.
Awesome.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Let's go with you, my friend, Miss Lady You.
Good vibe.
Lady.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
But I want to thank you all, especially everybody. So, you could buy my book on Amazon. Again, don't give up on your dream. It took me 20 years. I started when I was in high school. And I'm finally here. I also have another book called Purpose, comes out in October.
All right. That's good.
Awesome.
You guys are great. You guys are tremendous. Mo, what you got, bro?
Man, I'm gonna say like I always say, the only difference between a loser and a winner, a loser gives up. And all y'all be blessed.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, nice. Nice, Mo.
Gina, do your thing.
All right.
Everybody's a winner. Everybody's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where do you get the tickets?
Chicago in Northwest Indiana. Get ready for an epic night to remember. We are honoring the past and awarding the future. The Distinguished Authors Guild presents its 5th annual Literary Award Show and VIP Gala. Sunday, November 10th at Theater 47, 350 Victory Drive in Park Forest, Illinois. Proceeds from ticket sales go towards scholarships for first-year creative writing college students. This is a black tie event. Purchase your tickets now at eventbrite.com, keyword Distinguished Authors Guild. For more information, call 219-742-4305. That's 219-742-4305. And remember, everything that glitters is gold.
Get your tickets right away. Get the best
And
tickets in the
remember-
house if you get them now. So get your tickets now.
Jared Wallace says, great job, everyone. Jared Wallace must be related to the lady down
that your-
there.
That's my husband. That's my husband.
Okay. Okay.
All right. That's
Thank
all
you,
good.
Mr.
And you got that
Wallace.
support. So,
Thank you
Yes,
so much for
definitely.
having me here.
I
Yes.
want to say, man, you guys are amazing. Not only on the to the point that you guys have written books, but to the point that you take people. You know, you providing people an opportunity to get away from all of this mess, debates on TV and all this other mess, and take you out of reality and look at life through a different set of eyes. You know what I mean? And it's so much appreciated. And I thank you guys for coming to the show and hanging out with us and giving us this inspiration. All right. Look, again, my birthday is Saturday, guys. All right. I got so many people saying happy birthday right now. Okay, but it's Saturday. But I want everybody who can. All right. And I'm not, like I said, I don't want it to look like I'm begging, but this is not for me. Cash App that to me, of course, but it's going to the Distinguished Authors Guild so that we can help these freshman college students, the one that's being chosen, or two, depending on how much it gets, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't care. Okay. But we want to help them with just to get this start, you know, so they won't have to worry about a couple of little things. We're not paying their college tuition, although maybe next year we will for the first semester. We're going to work on that, all right? But right now, we just want to make sure that they got the, like I said, the incidentals, little things, soap, water. Well, we can't get them water. We can get water.
Well, drink your water, baby, but bathe the water. I hope the college has it.
Just in case their
They need
scholarships
to leave
don't
that
take care of the water, then we can get them some water bottles, okay, and they can get their own soap, and they can do one of them numbers like this, one of them numbers like that,
No,
with the water.
We need to
But-
we need to move them to another college.
Your scholarship got the books and everything else, but it don't provide the water. If you try to turn the water on, they're gonna kick you out of college, all right? But still, we just want to make sure that we're helping them go to another level. Well, things that they don't have to worry about. Okay, so we Cash App that there, okay, and I can see that it's coming in right now, but Cash App. Do something for students, okay? We've already had our opportunities. Now let's help somebody else, okay? And that's for my birthday, and I've never done this before, okay? So that's for my birthday. Shout out, because I know I'm gonna get hundreds of people saying, "Hey, Greg, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday," okay? And I'm gonna individually say, "Hey, thank you. Cash out me $5 so that I can get to that." I'm gonna end up. You think I'm not gonna do it? I get a lot of people to say happy birthday, and I appreciate you guys, okay? But appreciate what Gina's doing, all right? She is fantastic for putting together the Distinguished Authors Guild, and we just want to make sure that it continues in the spirit that she's giving it. So, again, you guys are welcome to come back.
I had
to
a
the show
wonderful
anytime
time.
you get ready. Anytime you get ready. I'm serious. Even after you guys win, you can come back to the show. Hey,
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah. Even after you guys win. But thank you. And Gina, here's something else, okay? We do the relationship roundtable on Monday. Tuesday, there's another author that's not even familiar with the Distinguished Authors Guild, but I talked to them. It's a young lady. Her name is L'Oreal Harris. She wants to come on and tell her story, so she'll be on Tuesday. Okay. So, and don't forget the relationship roundtable is Monday. Okay, we're getting ready to take that on tour, guys. All right, that is going to colleges across the country. So you guys stay tuned and watch out for the relationship.
Don't forget October 1st.
And don't forget, tell them about October 1st real quick.
October 1st, we will have Republican, Democrats, and Independents on here to talk about why they choose one candidate over the other. So a lot of times people don't vote because they don't have the information. And so we're going to get on here. We have guests coming in that are Republicans. We have Democrats on here. We will have an independent on here that will give their reasons why they're choosing either Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. It's not a debate. We're not going to be mean. We just want to get the information out there because I know, at least by myself, 10 people who are not voting. And it's only because they don't have the information. And even those who are voting, make sure you research, get the information so that you can make the proper decision on whichever candidate is going to be best for you, your family, and what's going on in your life. That's where you make the decision on it. It's not whether you're a Democrat or Republican. We need a country that has the best interest of us all. And so you need to get the information. And that's what we're going to do October 1st. Join us. You're going to get a lot of information from all three sides. Y'all didn't know there were independents out there, did you? We bringing them home.
And you might, our special guest is going to be Kamala Harris and Donald. So make sure that you...
Stop.
He said that with a straight face. You see that? Yeah, straight face.
He'll have somebody on here talking about, yes, my name is Kamala. Kamala
Harris and Donald Trump. They both gonna be here. And they're gonna be, look at Patricia shaking her head. Okay, look, we got to get out of here, guys. We had a lot of fun. Thank you all. Hey, look, make sure you guys go to the particular sites that you saw tonight to celebrate these authors and buy their books and support them. And that's it. That's what we got. All right. This is Dope Living TV. Yeah, you're getting show. Let's show them real quick, man. We didn't. You guys didn't do like I asked you to do, man.
There you go.
So look.
Oh, this is my background.
Yes.
We got yours already. All
before
through
enemies.
As before enemies.
Determined to win. Let's go.
Family ties, blood covenant.
Y'all better come on, get these books, guys. All right. This
and
is
Christopher's Timeouts.
Yes, the background.
The background. Okay. Thank you guys again.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You guys have a great weekend. We will see you guys Monday. All right. Peace out.
Thank you.